and it's been a good night so far tonight because I got in from work and a big box was by my front door, so I'd had a delivery today, and it was a rotel that I've just bought. And on the computer, in the photos, this rotel looked really knackered. But it turned up today and I've just done a video on it. I've just opened it up, done an unboxing video, and it actually does not look that bad. It looks much better than I thought it was going to look. And I really didn't pay much money for it, so I was really happy. When I unboxed it and see how good it looked and how nice it is, it has got some problems. The bass knob on it is knackered, it just spins round and round. It doesn't power up, and it is a little bit rusty round the back. But on the pictures on the computer, it looked in a right state. It had all cobwebs over it and everything. But now it's here, it actually doesn't look too bad. So the seller must have given it a clean before he sent it to me. So I was really happy with my rotel because I was expecting it to look in a right state, but it doesn't. It looks quite good, and the cabinet on it's lovely and the faceplate's lovely. So I do think I got a really good buy with that rotel. So after I'd done the unboxing video on that receiver, I put the computer on, checked the channel, and then had a little look on eBay. And when I went on eBay, I had a message. So I clicked on the message, and it was a good message because it must be about a month ago now. I bought a set of really old monster speaker cables, a pair of them. They're only about 2 meters long, something like that. And they was on the computer in the auction with free postage. So I had a little bid on them and I won them for a tenner. So they had free postage on them, so a tenner for a pair of monster speaker cables. That's right bargain. And they're not the modern monster cables, which aren't that good. These are the proper old vintage ones, which are really good. But they never turned up. I got a tracking number and all that, and then on the computer it said they'd been delivered, but they hadn't. So I sent the bloke a message just asking, do you know what's going on with these speaker cables? And I got a message back saying, oh, I posted them, it says my end, they've been delivered. So I messaged back and I said, yeah, it says that my end as well, but they have not been delivered to me. And then I got a message back saying, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm off on holiday for 2 weeks tomorrow morning, so maybe you should take it up with eBay. And I just thought, yeah, I'm going to do that, and I for a tenner. You never get anything back off eBay, especially because on my tracking it said it had been delivered. eBay would just say, on your tracking it has been delivered, and that's it, they wouldn't do anything. So I just thought, oh, I've lost a tenner there. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time. So I just sort of swallowed it, because I'm not doing that eBay palaver. It's so much palaver, and it never gets you anywhere. But then tonight, when I put the computer on, I had a message from that bloke, and it said, I've just got back from holiday, and I've had a message from someone who's got your speaker cables, so I must have sent them to them by mistake. I'm really sorry about that. So I will go on the computer now and arrange for them to be collected from the other person's address and then posted on to you. So they should be with you in 3 or 4 days. Sorry for the delay. So happy days, it looks like finally the monster cables are going to turn up. So that was it. 2 good things have happened tonight. The monster cables are on their way and the rotel turned up, and it's so much better than I thought it was going to be. So I've had a good few days really, because on Sunday we went to the boot fair, me and my missus, and I found a garage. It's called a Disco Driver 80. So it's like two garage turntables in like a big black wooden suitcase. So it's like a mobile DJ system. It is quite old, but I only paid £15 for it. I was going to do the video on that tonight, but when I got home and saw that Rotel sitting there in its box, I had to do that one because I like to open them straight up so I know what I've bought. So I will do that garage thing another night and I'll show you what I found up the car boot. And it is quite good, I like it. It's a good thing for £15. We did go up the car boot Monday as well because it was bank holiday weekend, so the boot fair was on Monday as well. But on Monday was a washout. I didn't find anything hi-fi related at all. So let's get back to this Marantz, the PM-48 from 1996. Now this was only repaired on Sunday. I put it all back together Sunday afternoon and it appears to be working really nice, this old Marantz. So we did have it going for a little while Sunday night. We was having some beers and that, me, my missus and James. But my missus kept trying to turn it up. So I disconnected the Marantz and put that Pioneer SX750 on because she was in party mode and kept putting the old bassy music on and trying to crank the Marantz up. And I didn't want it run like that Sunday night because I'd only just repaired it. I just wanted to run it nice and low and let it warm right up and just make sure it's all working properly. So that's why I disconnected the Marantz. And that's what I've been doing with it tonight. I've had it running for a few hours tonight, only on low, listening to it and it does seem to be working really well, this old Marantz. And it has got a pretty good sound to it. For like a cheap amplifier, this Marantz sounds alright, it does. Now I've only had it running on them silver speakers there, which are a little set of missions. I had it going on them for a little bit, and then I've connected up these Bowers and Wilkins solid speakers to it. Because like I've used them solid speakers so much over the years, I use them to really like listen to an amplifier because they're good for that, them solid speakers. And where I've used them for so long, I can kind of put them solids on something and it really will give me a good idea what the amplifier is all about. So that's what I've been doing tonight, just sitting here having a few beers and trying to learn about this Marantz. So like I've been playing lots of different types of music through it. I've had a bit of T-Rex going through it. I've had some David Bowie on it. I've had a bit of Sam Cooke. I've had Nora Jones going through it. I've even had a bit of Propeller Heads tonight. So I've been putting all different types of music through it, just listening to it, just trying to work out what this amplifier is all about. And tonight, this PM-48 has been winning me over, and I am quite impressed with it, really. Well, for the money this is worth. Let's not get carried away. This is not a high-end, expensive Marantz. This is quite a cheap one from the 90s. And when you look at it like that, you look at the sort of what this thing would cost you to buy one. It is good value for money, this Marantz. It has got a decent sound for how much you could pick one of these up for. Because if you went like on eBay and got one of these in the auction, you'd get one of these for not a lot of money. Don't buy one of these in the buy it now. Because people look at one of these and think, oh, that's a big Marantz, that's worth a ton of money, and they put it in that buy it now for a ton of money. When one of these is not worth a ton of money, so don't pay a load for one of these. But if you get one of these at a low, decent price, then it is a decent amplifier, and it has got a good sound to it. It's got nice bass to it, this Marantz has. It's got a nice top end going on with it. And I haven't had it on any floor standers yet. This Marantz could up its game with a nice set of floor standers on it. I haven't done that with it yet. I've only run it on these little missions and then Bowers and Wilkins. And I've just thought there is a couple of things that I wanted to test on this Marantz. One of them is the loudness button, because I've not pushed that yet to see if the loudness button is working. And the other one is the tone defeat. Yeah, I can hear that. So that loudness button is working fine. But the tone defeat, when I got this amplifier, you push that tone defeat in, it did not pop back out. So it definitely wasn't working. So I want to see if it is working now, because I haven't checked it yet. Oh, I can't hear no difference. I don't know if that's working or not. Let's turn it up a bit and try it again. Give it a little bit of volume, right. No, I still can't hear a lot of difference. I don't know if that's working or not. But the way to check it is do this. Turn your treble and your bass right up so the music sounds bad. And then push tone defeat. Yeah, that's working, because the sound has gone back nice again. Because the tone defeat cuts out the treble and the bass. So when you do that, turn them both up and push your tone defeat. You can tell if it's working or not. So that's good then. The tone defeat switch on this old Marantz is working. I've checked out everything else on it. So this Marantz is 100% working. Oh, I have not tested the phono stage on it yet. That is the only thing I haven't tested. I've had my CD player plugged into every other input and tested it, and it's all working. Only the phono stage has not been tested on this Marantz so far. So I've got to say, I do like this Marantz. I like the look of it. It's been nice sitting here tonight and having it sitting in front of me, playing around with it. It is a nice amplifier to use. And it's quite big, ain't it? You look at it, that Pioneer 750 is massive. And that Marantz is not that much smaller. So it is big, this Marantz. And it is winning me right over. I am starting to really like this Marantz. It's just got something about it. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's something about this Marantz that's just making me really like it. And it might be lots of things making me like it, because I really like the look of it. It does look good, that Marantz. Come on, it's sitting on top of a Pioneer SX750. And it's not getting put to shame. It still looks good sitting on top of that Pioneer. So it's got the looks, this Marantz. It's nice and big. It's lovely to have sitting in front of you and to play around with. It is a very tactile, nice amplifier to use. It sounds good. And best of all, it's cheap to buy. And I do love a bit of budget hi-fi. You just can't beat it. If you get something for not a lot of money that looks good and sounds good, you just have to love it. And don't take what I just said the wrong way. I am not saying that this Marantz looks as good as that Pioneer, because it doesn't. Just look at that Pioneer. It's fantastic. But what I am saying is, the Marantz still looks good sitting on that Pioneer. Whereas you put a lot of amplifiers on top of that Pioneer, they will look terrible. But that Marantz is not doing that. It's holding its own sitting up there. Well, I think it is anyway. And I do need to get some other things like this Marantz. Some like budget gear from the 80s, from the 90s. Get a little bit of a collection together. because I'm starting to get quite a lot of vintage stuff together now. But I don't just love vintage gear, I love all the gear. It's all got its place. I love some of that 80s gear, because some of that 80s gear really is good. So is some of this 90s gear. And the thing this 90s gear's got going for it at the minute is it's very overlooked. People don't really want it. So the prices on this 90s stuff is kind of really good value for money. And alright, there's a lot of bad sounding stuff out there from the 90s, but there is some little gems out there. There is some really good stuff from the 90s, and at the moment that stuff doesn't make no money. So it's like a good time to buy this 90s stuff, because like the 80s stuff at the minute, the good stuff from the 80s, the prices on that gear is rocketing. Like the good stuff, like the Technics stuff. I like that Class A Technics gear from the 80s. Some of that is really good. But at the moment, people are learning that stuff is good, and they are going after it. Because like the prices on that Technics gear are really shooting up at the minute. And it'll only be in a few more years when the good stuff from the 90s will start rocketing up as well. So stuff like this Marantz in a few years will be fetching a fair bit of money. So that is why I'm going to try and get myself a little collection together of this 90s gear before the prices start to rocket. So thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and I shall see you next time.